Welcome to the NBA Pub Hub, Pub Sports Radio, Monday, February 27th. Ian, Cameron, Dutch, Skee, Wham, the OG Monday crew is all together again, and it feels so good here on a Monday. I'll be honest, though, I thought I had the wrong fucking day. Honestly, I thought it was a Tuesday when I looked at the card. I'm like, what, 4 games? Is this not Monday? But it is Monday. It's a rare short card, small card in the NBA on a Monday, 4 games on tap. But we'll break them all down, and we will begin in Philly with the Miami Heat and the Philadelphia 76ers. We've got Philly 6-point home favorites here, 217 being the total here in this game. Should be an interesting matchup between these two. As far as the Sixers go, at home here against the Heat, 24-9, 22-11 straight against the spread at home, 24-9 straight up at home. But they are coming off a home loss to Boston, 110-107 in their last game, looking to bounce back. The Heat have not been playing good basketball since the All-Star break. That goes without saying. The 2 games since the break, they got blown out at Milwaukee, and then they lose as 6.5-point favorites at Charlotte. My goodness, what is going on here with the Miami Heat? But Miami Heat have had issues all season. They haven't been able to keep the same rotation on the court. Had injuries galore. Eric Spoelstra's got a different group out there every game, it seems. And now it's more of the same here tonight. We have Tyler Hero. It looks like a game-time decision for this game, but he wasn't shoot around, so I think we expect him to be back with the rib injury he's been dealing with. Philly's pretty much healthy outside of Dwayne Dedmon. Everybody else for the Sixers looks like they're healthy and good to go in this game. I'd certainly play Philly or nothing. I'm not in a rush to back the Heat right now. They're not playing a good basketball. I don't like laying usually bigger points with Philly at home, but I might make an exception here. This Miami team is just not playing great at the moment. A chance maybe for the Sixers to get the job done here in this game and get the win. I do want to point out, though, in this game, there is some interesting prop looks. You talk about guys that are starting to fill it. PJ Tucker's all of a sudden, the last few games, points he's trended over, points, rebounds, assists he's trended over. So keep an eye on that. PJ Tucker lately playing some pretty good basketball here these last few games. Out of the break, you look for those guys out of the break that have been playing better. Maybe not so much before the break. What have they done after the break? The current form really matters, and PJ Tucker stepped his game up here for the Sixers the last couple. Skee, we'll start with you on this one here. Miami, Philadelphia.
Shout out to the chat, as Dutch would say, AOD. Yeah, I'm ready. My boy Wham requested it, and I'm here ready to deliver. This game right here, I like the Sixers, man. They've been stinking it up, bro. Last 6 games, they averaging barely over 103 points per game. Like, I'm looking at who's going to be available. I know Hero did go through shoot around. He's game time decision. But if they're missing him, they're going to be absolutely, terrible offensively. They're the 3rd worst offensive rated team in the last 5 games. They've only covered 1 of their last 9 games. For the Sixers, I just feel like watching that game versus Boston and how it ended, they're going to come to play today. You know what I'm saying? And this is a game where this is a team that knocked them out the playoffs last year. This is not just any team. So home favorites and playoff revenge since like 2015, they're about a little bit above 65%, 21-11 against the spread. It's Philly's last game of their homestand. They played 2 home games after the All-Star break. Now they're playing at home again. The Heat, the opposite. They played 2 road games. Now they're on the road again. Hero love questionable. I just feel like for a Heat team who's not been covering lately, not been covering all year, if Hero doesn't play, their offensive rating drops by like 5 points per game per 100 possessions. You got to rock with the Sixers here, man. What are we doing? Give me the Sixers minus the 6 points. If Hero doesn't play, give me the Heat, a team total under 2. So that's what I like, man.
There you go. Yeah, hard to make a case for Miami. This has been ugly. Before the break, they were scuffling, and after the break, hasn't been any better. What do you think here, Dutch? Heat, Sixers?
Yeah, man. Real quick, salute to the ladies, gents, and D-gents for tuning in. You already know it's all love. Everybody in the chat, everybody watching at this time, hit the motherfucking like button. Like I'm hitting this Planet Triangle motherfucking Kush. Get you right where you need to be. Yeah, man. Believe it. Sweaty Butcher. Good to see you, my guy. J Peasy in the motherfucking building. ALJ from H-Town. I like them stats, my dude. I like them stats. Yeah, my man, Skee said it all, man. I'm heavy on the Sixers right here, -5.5, -115. It's good money, man. It really is. Another thing that really goes into this is he touched on it. They did put him out of the playoffs on their home court in Philly, and we know Philly been money at the crib all motherfucking year long. Tough loss to Boston. Embiid hit that deep motherfucker. Only if he had about 0.2 of a second more, it would have been overtime. But you know that shit stings. That shit holds. As our guy Skee said, they thinking about that shit. They gonna come out ready to go. Give me full game though, because I do think they just gonna. I want the full game. First quarter, first half. I'm not mad about it, but full game is where I'm at. They play again March 1st in Miami, fellas. So that's probably when Miami's going to get right. I wouldn't be surprised if this line moves more towards the tip because of that factor. As Skee said, this is the last game before Philly leaves. Pissed off, ready to rock and roll. A bet on team at the crib. Come on, man. Don't overthink it. Philadelphia 76ers -5.5, -115. Good money.
Yeah, I think the reputation of Miami the last few seasons and maybe early this season's probably anchored this number maybe shorter than it could be right now, given Miami's current form. That's maybe why Philly's only laying 5.5, 6. It could be more higher than that. What do you think here in this one, Wham?
Yeah, man. I mean, come on, bro. Y'all talked about it enough, bro. They starting Kevin Love out there. What the fuck is going on, bro? They can't do that, bro. They can't do that. You can't
2023, not 13.
Come on now. Did they miss out on somebody on the buyout market? It was like, well, Kevin Love is available. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on, bro? I say that they definitely gonna use him for shooting. He's a solid shooting. Probably I heard reports he wanted more bigger role at the Cavs. They say, get your ass up out of here. Let this ass out there on the curve. I think this is a good spot for the Sixers. Something I didn't bet here, but after hearing my fellas talking about it, my boy Dutch being hyped on it, you know what I'm saying? I think that this is probably where I need to be right here with the homies here. So it's going to be Sixers or nothing for me in this game. But other than that, I haven't bet anything.
All right, we move on now to the next game here. It is Detroit and Charlotte. We've got the Hornets 7-point home favorites, 234.5 being the total in this game. These are obviously two teams that have had brutal seasons. For the most part, Detroit, they have gone 0-2 since the All-Star break. 0-2 straight up, but they have been competitive. At Orlando, they lost by 2, and then Toronto on Saturday, they ended up losing by 4 at home, but they covered the spread in both of those games. Charlotte, since the break, they have won back-to-back games on a back-to-back as well at Minnesota and then against Miami. 4-0 straight up, 4-0 against the spread. So they won and covered their last 2 games before the All-Star break, and they've won and covered their first 2 games following the All-Star break. So definitely Charlotte playing some better basketball. But are we ready to lay 7 with this Charlotte team in this spot? That ends up being the question you have to ask yourself. The money's pouring in on them in this game. Cody Martin out. Much to my chagrin, the guy that we've been rolling with from a prop standpoint, PJ Washington, who I loved on the Friday show, best bet with his prop over the total, PJ Washington. He's not going to play tonight, it looks like, for Charlotte. Doubtful due to a foot injury. So that's disappointing. We would have been on that prop again with PJ tonight. No question about that. But he's out. So that's definitely going to be a loss here for the Hornets, the way he's been playing lately. Bogdanovich is out. Jalen Duren's out. Jaden Ivey's out for Detroit. So they have their share of issues. Isaiah Stewart, a game-time decision as well for them. This one's a game where I'd probably lean Detroit now with it at 7. The one thing about the Pistons is that they've lost, but they've been competitive here since the break. I know Charlotte's playing well, but no PJ Washington. Coming off the big wins against Minnesota, Miami, you're playing, a lowly Detroit Pistons team. It doesn't feel like a spot where I'm trusting Charlotte laying 7. Keep in mind they play Phoenix after this tonight. So it just doesn't feel like the right spot to lay this many points with Charlotte, even though they are playing better. So in a game I don't love, we'll lean to the Pistons a little bit, +7. What do you think here in this one, Skee? Pistons, Hornets?
No, Bobano. No. They just played the game that they actually cared about. I was just there in the arena. They played.
You mean the Casey thing? They still
Dwayne Casey.
That much about playing Toronto every time.
They've covered like 8 or 9 straight. They give a fuck every time.
They covered against Orlando too.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, man.
Came back safe for Sal?
Yeah, I got back late last night. I'm here. Yeah.
Mr. Party Guy. Don't fuck around. Yeah, man.
Double revenge, bro. Double revenge.
Setter Skee.
Come on, get him, Skee.
They already beat them twice this season.
Mm-hmm.
The Hornets are favored for a reason. When did you see the Hornets -6.5? It's because they're playing good basketball right now. They won 4 games in a row. And I looked at, I'm gonna just give you the stats just so y'all could, you do what you want. I'm telling y'all what I bet. But home favorites who've won 4+ games in a row in same season revenge. And I'm gonna be specific for y'all because I thought this way too. It was hard for me to press confirm when I seen that -6.5, -7. As long as the line is higher than -6, same season double revenge, home favorites, 4+ wins. 11, 0-1 against the spread since 2014. They're winning by about 20.2 points per game. That says the Hornets gonna whip some ass tonight. I look at the Hornets so far this season. When they won as a favorite, they're 6-0 straight up, obviously, because they won as a favorite, but they're 6-0 against the spread. They're winning by 10.5 points per game. This Hornets team, bruh, if you've seen that game, Bobano, I don't know if you been watching the Pistons, but if Ivy's not out there, what they gonna have the ball in Killian Hayes' hands? He don't even want to shoot. He don't even want to score. He's scared to play, bro. You don't want the ball in Killian Hayes' hands if you're a Pistons fan or a Pistons backer.
Hell no.
That shit is he's absolutely garbage. So if you minus Ivy, if you minus Bogdanovich, who the fuck is scoring the ball for the Pistons? That's what I come to.
Also why the under's been hit, probably.
Yeah. And I'm on the Pistons team total under 114 too, just because there's nobody there to fucking score. There's nobody to set up the bigs. It's just going to be a bunch of bricks. So sum it up, I'm on Hornets -6.5. I'm on Pistons team total under 114. And Mark Williams, he going to get some more run. I know, shout out my boy Razor. He been riding that PJ Tucker over 1.5 threes, right?
Man.
He's going to get some more. He's going to get some more run, right? Because he's not in the game tonight. It's going to be Mark Williams. And it's going to be a hell of a lot of bricks thrown up by Detroit tonight. So give me over 9.5 rebounds for him, too. That's 3 plays on this game.
There you go. And by the way, LaMelo, who you talk about Killian Hayes, not a good option at the point guard spot for Detroit. Well, his counterpart is LaMelo Ball at the point guard spot, and he's been scoring well. And by the way, his rebounds and assists, take the points out, LaMelo Ball rebounds and assists has gone over in 7 straight games coming into tonight. So if you believe in that, that's LaMelo Ball over rebounds and assists, which is 17.5. He's averaging north of 20 for rebounds and assists in those last 7 games. So if you believe in that, that's a good prop look here on Charlotte tonight with LaMelo over rebounds and assists here. Dutch, what do you think here? Detroit, Charlotte.
God damn, is there anything left for me to say after you and fucking long-winded ski now? Yeah, motherfuckers. Hey, I knew we have 4 games. It's going to be like this. Everyone say, hey, what else is there left?
You got to stretch it out today.
Mark Williams, 18-20 the other night against Bam. He looked like the better player if you watch the game. All right? So, I can't say, that was, I guess, one thing to say. I'm on the Hornets. I like the Hornets first quarter, -2. I think it's good money, man. I like everything I heard so far. I like the full game. -2 seems real easy to me. As Skee mentioned, it's double revenge. These boys beat them twice this year. Hornets been playing good basketball. Win 4 straight, most recently impressively against Miami. As Miami came back in that game, that's a game usually the Hornets would lose. They didn't. I think they're going to continue that momentum. Oubre's back, giving some points off the bench. Dennis Smith Jr. is throwing in some buckets as well. And LaMelo doing his thing. These boys only won 19 motherfucking basketball games, Bobano. So they're 19-43. I feel like they still want to win. I don't think they're going to overlook the Detroit Pistons. I think they're going to take advantage of the Detroit Pistons, in my opinion, especially losing 2 motherfucking times already. But yeah, man, they're 5-0. They've been up 5 straight here. They won 4 straight in 5 straight games. They've been up after the first quarter. Total opposite for the Detroit Pistons. They've been down in 5 straight of the first quarters, the 5 straight games. So give me a bucket after the first quarter. -2 is good money. But I do like the Hornets all the way here. I do feel like it. I don't really need to lay a touchdown when I can lay a deuce in the first quarter.
LaMelo Ball was 3 rebounds shy of a triple-double last game, 2 assists shy of it the game before that. And then the last game before the break, he did get a triple-double. So, plus 550 there, triple-double LaMelo Ball is sitting out there in this game.
I found something, Andrew.
Maybe a couple bucks on that. What do you think here, Wham?
Yeah, I like a lot of props in this game, man. Mark Williams definitely double-double plus 120. Love the rebound prop with that. It's only right, bro. It seemed like Clifford is going to give him a little bit more respect as well, giving out good praise after the game, career high game that he just had. So shout out to that. As far as the shout out to Mike Lee, Milkley as well with the new members. Appreciate you, bro. Bo Jackson, he said he's on the first half of the Hornets. I understand that as well. Appreciate y'all, man, out there in the chat. I don't think that I want to put the touchdown here with the Hornets either, but I agree with Skee. I think that they've been locked in. They've been locked in. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at them for what they've been trying to do. And this is not a team that they should be scared of at all. They could definitely win and cover this game. And they are favored for a reason, like my guy said. But I agree with you, though. What else do I have to say? I mean, other than that, they haven't gave us any props here. They're very short. You know, obviously they don't have Jalen Duran. They don't have – it seems like it's going to be without Isaiah as well. So you're only relying on Marvin Bagley, who had 18 fucking rebounds in the best. And like you said, Skee, they best game of the year, man. You know what I'm saying? They was really out there hooping. I mean, Jaden Ivey did everything he could in the game. Now he's not in the game. You definitely looking the other way for sure, bro. It's only right. So I agree with you all the way there. I want to wait for Marvin Bagley. I want to hop on his rebounds as much as I can. He was definitely applying a lot of pressure. Doing a lot of things on that regard. So I definitely want to look back in with Marvin Bagley and Wiseman. Obviously, I want to go back to Wiseman too. Like the boy is fucking allergic to being on the floor. He loves to be on the fucking bench. I don't know why he has to be in foul trouble every time he's out there. So I kind of understand why they got rid of him for fucking pennies a dollar, pennies to the dollar, whatever the case. But for the most part, bro, they don't give it. They're not giving it out yet. So we can't give out anything there on that regard. But I'm looking at Wiseman props, Bagley props. I think they are going to be the only case of big man that they have for the Detroit Pistons today. So other than that, man, come on, man, Mike Williams, bro, double plus 120. That's all I got right here.
All right, there we go. Good stuff. Celtics and Knicks. We've got Boston 2.5-point road favorites, 224 the total in this one. A lot of money on New York. There are it's the Jaylen Brown situation primarily for the move on the Knicks. Jaylen Brown for Boston is out due to personal reasons tonight. But it does look like Derek White's going to play, which is good because I like Derek White over points tonight. Obviously, without Brown, someone's going to have to do more offensively. I think Derek White's that perfect option for Boston. So this is definitely a game where the Derek White prop matters quite a bit. And here's one where it's under the radar. It's probably why it's cashed this many times. But, if you believe in it, and he's definitely been picking up his offensive production, the usage has gone up significantly in recent games for the Knicks. 7 straight games over his point prop for Emmanuel Quickley of the New York Knicks. So he has been scoring more. He's been averaging almost 15 points per game. His point prop's only 11.5 tonight. So that's a good one. 7 straight games over the point prop for Emmanuel Quickley of the New York Knicks. Josh Hart's gone over his point total for the Knicks in 8 of the last 10 games. It's probably another good option. So this is more of a prop game for me. I mean, if you got in on the Knicks at 5 and it's down to 2.5, that's not bad. But be careful just betting New York because Brown's out. Sometimes you get, and Boston is still the better of these two teams. Oftentimes you get that team stepping up, still being able to get the job done. And then when you look at form here with these two squads, the New York Knicks, I'll tell you what, they're still up and down, but we'll give them credit. They're on a nice run, 5 straight wins, 2 wins since the All-Star break against Washington and New Orleans, but this will be a much tougher test. I mean, Boston won their 2 games following the break as well, Philadelphia and Indiana. I don't want the Knicks now at 2.5. If you got in early, great, but now I'd probably lean Boston, but I definitely like those props. Derek White over points for Boston, Josh Hart over points for the Knicks, and quickly, how can you not? 7 straight games he's gone over for the Knicks. What do you think here, Skee, with Boston, New York?
I don't know. I think without Jaylen Brown, you should maybe look towards an under if you're going to bet on the total. Boston is 20-10 to the under on the road. But more than that, I mean, if we're going to expect somebody to set people up tonight or, set up some points, I'm going with Marcus Smart over 5.5 assists. He did hit above 70% so far on his 44 games this season, and he's hit his last 8 games without Jaylen Brown. So I like him tonight, and that's all I'm rocking with in this game as far as what's in my pocket.
All right, Dutch, what do you think?
Yeah, man. Shout out to our guy, Fat Wally. I see you, my dude. Andrew G in the building. AOD. I see you, my dude. Everybody hit the motherfucking like button. Share the video if you would. I think, man, it's a tough basketball game. Originally I looked at Boston to get back because, New York beat them in motherfucking Beantown in overtime. January 26th. So you would expect Boston to get right. I want JB out there though. I really do. Derek, White, he's playing. Basically, he seemed to be beat up, but he seemed to continue to do his thing. So I'm not mad at that. But yeah, he's out there. Brogdon, coming back. You think they have enough here in the Knicks? Knicks got a little more with Hart coming back though. A lot of love for the Knicks first half. And they have been cashing a lot of first half tickets, and I can see it here. This is a tricky basketball game here. I do think it's an extremely low number here for the Celtics, so I could understand why people are going to the window betting Boston. But yeah, I'm going to stay off this one, expecting Boston to win here. But Mitchell Robinson's back. They got Harden in the lineup. The Knickerbockers got a little lineup with JB, and really what it comes down to is our guy Ray Charles said. Julius Randle been balling. He like over 25 and a half. I mean, if Julius Randle going to be the juice, bro, the Knicks are gonna show up and be competitive, very competitive, because Brunson's the real deal. They got some defenders, and Mitchell Robinson coming back is going to help that paint. But yeah, I mean, with J3 out there, I would look to really take advantage of the Leprechauns, but I'm going to stay off this game due to the fact that he's not out there.
There we go. All right, it's a pass for Dutch with Celtics and Knicks. All right, Wham, what do you think here, Boston, New York?
Fuck this basketball game. Back with it.
Nah.
All right.
Hey, I just did that for my boy Dutch. That wasn't for me. That wasn't for me. That wasn't for me.
I was trying to give him something on the 4-gamer.
Yo, I was gonna do it earlier, but I want to be respectful. I want my boy to get his words out. Hey, so, hey, I'm out here drinking with my boy Skee too. So you know what I'm saying? I feel a little bit good. And I'm right there with him, man. Come on, bro. We talking about it. It's Marcus Smart only right, bro. Because you already know I done said this is the best bet so many times. I mean, if you had $1, you at least had 100. You know what I'm saying? Because I definitely said that at least 100 times. Marcus Smart, when he gets to the 5.5 assists, that's when you have to take it. And then luckily for us, Jaylen Brown not in the game. Like my guy Skee said, he's hit 6 straight times that prop 6, 12, 10, 15, and 10. So he had a moment that he had earlier this year when Jaylen Brown was out. He had double-doubles 4 consecutive times. So if you want to go a little spicy, you go do the double-double. But we're going to just take the 5.5, like my guy said. We like the assist here for for Marcus Smart. As far as the side here, I kind of agree with our guy Nasty Nate here. I think it's only right for us to go trifecta here with the Celtics. They are really good at being one of those sleeper-ass teams that just come out and put it down on the team. That's not something I didn't bet here because I think that the Knicks at the house first half is something I don't want to fade. It's definitely something that's been making me money, so I don't want to fade that because, just it's like being a little homie. I'm not going to go out here and punch on the little homie for doing no crazy shit. I'm not just going to go against the damn first half with the Knicks either because they've been giving us bread. So I think that's the only reason why I'm not on Boston trifecta, but I think that Boston full game is something I need to probably put in my pocket. I think they are going to be able to hold it down. Jason Tatum shows why he's an MVP considered player here. And, I mean, the books are respecting the Knicks all the way. Obviously, they won 5 straight. And Julius Randle's been shooting crazy threes. Right now, his over 2.5 threes is minus 185. They're giving him respect for sure. I wouldn't want to go ahead against them. So that's another reason why I haven't bet them. But only thing I locked in so far is Marcus Smart. But I'm very close on taking the first quarter with Boston and the full game with Boston there. Not the first half, though. I think that the Knicks first half is just too strong. I ain't going against that, bro.
All right, there we go. Liking the Celtics, if this leaning Celtics, but liking Marcus Smart over 5.5 assists here for the Boston Celtics. All right, Orlando Magic, New Orleans Pelicans. New Orleans 4-point home favorites, 227.5 the total here in this game. As far as the Pelicans are concerned, of certainly a team that now sitting at 30-31. They are in a spot now where they're just battling to get in any sort of playoff positioning in the West. I mean, they're just 1-4 in their last 5 games. The only win against OKC, lost at home to the Cavs, lost at LA against the Lakers. 2 games since the break, they lose at Toronto 115-110. They lose to the Knicks in blowout fashion Saturday 128-106. Things aren't right with the Pelicans right now. Not a team I'm interested in laying points with right now, the New Orleans Pelicans. And here we go again with this Orlando team that, obviously the last 3 games they've not covered, and the only win was against Detroit. So maybe this team is going to level off. There are some concerns that's going to be the case. They've obviously played above expectations. Certainly ATS they have this year. They're still 25-36. But one thing you've gotten from the Magic for the most part this year is, competitive efforts often. And on the road lately, this team's been pretty solid outside of the loss to the Raptors before the All-Star break. We saw them win outright as dogs at Chicago, at Charlotte, at Minnesota. Some pretty good efforts from this Orlando team here on the road as of late. I mean, I've got to look at Orlando here, plus the point. I just don't like what I'm seeing from the Pelicans right now. There's no chemistry at the moment. You look at the way they've played defensively in 2 of the last 3 games. It's been pathetic. It's been really bad. Not laying points with the Pelicans' form or the way they played defense lately. So I am on Orlando here, plus the points in this game. What do you think here in this one, Skee? Magic and Pelicans.
Man, I'm not a bullshitter, man. Fuck this game. I'm not betting this shit. I just gave y'all what to bet on for the last 3 games. I'm not betting this game. Backwood.
All right.
There's got to be a game like that on every card. And for Skee, this is that one. Just nothing good when it comes to Orlando and New Orleans. What about you, Dutch, here? Magic Pelicans.
Yeah, man. Shout out to our guy, Mike M. I see you, my man. Magic -9 straight first half wins. Shout out to you. Pimp Slap player.
Talk about it.
Yeah, BJ in the building. I see you. Leader of the Nerd Nation. Picks from Dave, liking BI. Yeah, man. I kind of like BI here tonight, and I kind of like the boys. One thing that took me off this game a little bit, though, is, is CJ healthy? I know he might have some issues with his hand. I think the Pelicanos get right here though at the crib, man. I'm not really rushing to bet on this basketball game, but I feel like this is a Pelicano spot here, really. I was hoping y'all would talk me off it, kind of a little bit, really, but ski not too much. They beat them. They beat them, back January 20th by 13. The Pelicanos lost outright in Orlando by 13, losing 2 straight here. Back at the crib. They have a good little vibe kind of at the house there. They play some good defense. I think Big Val could eat down low. I don't know, man. I just think the Pelicanos get right here. But I haven't bet it yet. Really no need to bet this basketball game, but it does stand out to me. Pelicanos -4. I think they put it on the Magic today.
All right, leaning toward the Pelicans, but don't love it as Dutch here with the New Orleans side. What about you here, Wham? Orlando, New Orleans.
Now, I want to give everyone a shout out for being up in here, man. Make sure y'all hit the like button, bro. We appreciate y'all. It's all love. It's all love. And I ain't mad at anybody liking this game. I'm not mad at nobody liking this game because it's some obvious plays in this game that we got to keep on the low here. And the first thing I'm going to talk about here is going to be the first half. Like my guy Mike M says, the first half money line for the Orlando Magic. This is going to be an official play. This is very close to being the best bet for me. I bet both of the Marcus Smart prop and it's the same. Very close to being the best bet. 4-1 4-1 straight up in the first half on the road. The start there, right? In the last 5 games on the road, last 5 games in the first half, they won consecutive there. 9-1, like Mike M said, straight up in the last 10 first halves. You know what I'm saying? As far as the Magic, you're looking at this team. This team is giving up 27th ranked in the first half. Now I have it right here. My apologies, you guys. The New Orleans Pelicans are giving up 61 points in the first half over the last 5 games. Obviously, it's in between the All-Star break, so we got to take it for a grain of salt. But this team in the Orlando Magic, number 2 and holding opponents to 50 points in the first half over the last 5 games. I think we kind of know that both of these teams are going 2 different directions early on in the game. And you talked about it, Babano. This team has been spotty as hell as of late, especially not having Zion, not having Larry Nance tonight. You're relying on just Valanciunas down low. And, they have guys that can push it up. Don't get me wrong. Troy Murphy, the third, I love him. He's definitely a good player. Y'all know how much I love Herb Jones. That's my boy. But as far as BI, I think ODZ and some other people in the chat like BI points. I understand that. No, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. I will just keep y'all there. But I just think that this is a good spot for us to take advantage of the Orlando Magic early. So I did take the plus 130 money line with Orlando Magic. As far as the other plays that I like, I think that Banchero is going to have a good game, maybe even a 30-point game, just based off of the position he may be able to just take advantage of. So something I got to keep a lookout on because I haven't locked that in yet. But officially, we are on the first half. Orlando Magic plus 130. That's official play for me.
There you go. Orlando money line in the first half here for Wham with this Pelicans game hosting the Orlando Magic. All right, great stuff. Hit the like button. Mark, Nick, shout out to you, everyone in the chat, Starchild, and everyone that AOD, BJ, Troy, Nunya, Mitch Armstrong, Mo Harris, Lucky Power, Alfonso Scott. It goes without saying, Mike M, everybody in the picks from Dave, the Sweaty Butcher, and everyone else in between. Hit the like button. We appreciate it very much, all of you joining us here for the Monday edition, the OG Monday edition of the NBA Pub Up. All right, we got best bets coming up right after we hear from, and Dutch's freshest look as well, right after we hear from Manscaped and Southtown 101. Southtown 101, when you're in San Antonio, Texas, stop in. Great food, drinks, live music, DJs, karaoke, Southtown 101 and manscaped.com. Get 20% off and free shipping using the promo code PubSports at manscaped.com. All right, best bets and Dutch's freshest look for the Monday edition of the NBA Pub Up. Skee, we'll start with you. What do you like for best bet?
I'm going to go with Detroit team total under 114. I just think they don't have any offense tonight. I don't know who's going to score.
There you go. Who's going to score indeed for the Detroit Pistons? Not many people will, says Skee, because he likes the Pistons under their team total for best bet here for this Monday edition of the show. Dutch, what do you got? Freshest look.
Yeah, man. Freshest look. We stay right there on Tobacco Road. In Detroit, man, them shooters can't hit. They need new Pistons. They will get stung early. Hornets -2 first quarter. It's good money.
Charlotte -2 against Detroit first quarter for Dutch. Freshest look. Wham. Best bet.
Best bet for me is going to be Marcus Smart, man. 6 straight times he's going over 5.5 assists without Jaylen Brown. Let's get Marcus Smart over 5.5 assists -118.
There you go. Marcus Smart over 5.5 assists for Wham with his best bet for this one. My best bet for this card, I'm going to go with, I've talked myself into Philly here, -6 against Miami. I will go with that. I think they'll get the job done, win by enough of a margin to cover this number. Just not very impressed with what the Miami Heat are playing like at the moment, which isn't very good. And the Sixers certainly, I think, looking to get back on track, get the job done. Think they can. Philly -6. We'll go with that for best bet for this Monday NBA Pub Hub show. That'll wrap up this edition of the NBA Pub Hub. Thanks to everyone in the chat for joining us. Hit the like button on the way out. We appreciate it very much. Stay tuned. 20 minutes from now, top of the hour, Connor Mack and yours truly with college basketball net profit. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Great stuff.
You got that one, Razor. It's all right. The war is not over. You won that battle.
Well, I went one-on-one with him that day. I went one-on-one.
Razor, yeah, Razor is Razor's got reasons to boast right now, so he's taking that opportunity right now. There you go. Great stuff. We appreciate it. And shout out to Razor Sharp, of course, in the chat. And check out his Friday night live bet shows. They're always good. Everything on this channel is always good. So make sure you tune into all the great content here at Pub Sports Radio. For Dutch, for Skee, for Wham, I'm Ian Cameron. Have a great Monday night. Enjoy the games and good luck. And we'll be back tomorrow with Dutch in the host chair for the Tuesday edition of the NBA Pub Hub right here on Pub Sports Radio. And Dutch, take us home.
Palooza.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Salute to the real ones holding us down in the chat. RVD 420, Troy Torrance, Chill, Will, Abel. Good to see y'all. Tasha, good to see you, young lady. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share the motherfucking video. Y'all stay fresh, stay blessed, and let's stay putting these motherfucking bookies to rest. Yeah, man.